From noon on Friday to noon on Saturday, and it was organized as a response to a campus climate change that was in some ways ineffable, in some ways able to be pinpointed. But we organized a sit-in to give voice to those students who didn't think they could do it themselves, and to get the community, all faculty, staff, and students who were interested, involved in a way that was very visible without being violent. It's the understanding that people can say whatever they want without regard for an individual or a community that may be offended by the remark. It's a lack of respect and an increase in insensitivity on our campus. And we organize this sit-in just because we think that it's not what CC students think. We don't think that everyone is represented by these comments that are made. Most CC students don't think it's okay, and we wanted to give them a visible way to say that, and to make it where we get to speak for ourselves and not have someone else speak for us.
Plus a demonstration against intolerance. CC students are braving the cold to make a statement. 11 News starts right now.
Now, from Southern Colorado's #1 news channel, this is 11 News 530.
Of Colorado College students are staging an outside sit-in to stand up against intolerance on their campus. Several recent incidents have targeted minority groups on campus. 11 News reporter Josh Earl joins us from the CC campus. And Josh, this is going all night long.
It began around noon today and it's going to run through noon tomorrow. They're calling it a silent solidarity sit-in, and they say it's to bring awareness to recent problems they've been having on campus. Recent incidents on the Colorado College campus, including anti-gay graffiti on dorm room doors, have students and faculty taking a stand.
There are a number of specific events, but this particular sit-in is broader than any one single event. It's about campus climate.
Certain groups have been targeted, but I do think it affects everybody, regardless of whether they belong to a certain race or a certain sexual preference.
In an email sent to the student body, President Dick Celeste expressed his disappointment over the events, saying, quote, "I personally find these and other homophobic expressions on our campus profoundly offensive."
Serious concern to all of us as staff, and I think the students share that concern and a sense that we need to speak out against it.
Other events raising concern have been racial in nature. In October, 4 students wore blackface for a skit, and at CC hockey games there's a growing concern over chants by the student body.
I think the problem with the hockey cheers is that it creates this division between the Colorado College and the greater Colorado Springs community, and we want to have a friendly relationship with the community, obviously.
The sit-in will run for 24 hours, and despite the cold weather, they say it's the least they can do to bring attention to a situation they won't tolerate on their campus or in their community.
A lot of people have noticed that there's a general trend of insensitivity on our campus.
Students here say they would welcome any support from the public that might want to come and sit in with them here at Matthias Hall on the campus of Colorado College. There's still a little over 18 hours left to go in this sit-in for anyone that would like to join in. Dave?
All right, Joshua, live in Colorado Springs. Thanks so much. Against intolerance on campus. A handful of people are fighting the chilly temps by sipping hot cocoa and zipping up their sleeping bags. They hope today's gathering will help enlighten other students. Anti-gay graffiti is appearing on dorm room doors. Students donned blackface for a skit back in October, and some say cheers at CC hockey games are homophobic. These CC students say they won't tolerate it.
A lot of people have noticed that there's a general trend of insensitivity on our campus, and they want to do something about it, but they don't know how. And so this sit-in gives them the opportunity to speak up against this kind of stuff on our campus.
The sit-in concludes Saturday afternoon.
College are staging a sit-in to protest what they're calling intolerant behavior on campus.
This is Fox 21 News at 9. Southern Colorado's primetime news hour. Fox 21 News at 9 starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm Joe Cole.
And I'm Stephanie Polinsky. Organizers of the sit-in say they've seen a sharp increase in hate speech toward homosexuals. Fox 21's Laura Forbes has more in tonight's top story. Laura?
Well, Steph, this season, hockey fans have been yelling anti-gay chants at opposing teams. Organizers of the sit-in point out not only is that offensive to many people, but it certainly doesn't create a family-friendly environment. And the intolerant behavior doesn't stop there. Students sit in front of Matthias Residence Hall, where much of what concerns them took place. Someone wrote homophobic slurs in marker, including the phrase, "Enjoy AIDS." To combat the bitter cold, they'll rotate shifts for 24 hours, all in silence.
We didn't want to be confrontational. We don't want to be yelling at people, but we do want to be showing them that we are here to say that this is not acceptable.
Zachariah says intolerance isn't unique to Colorado College. He points to recent noose hangings at a Louisiana high school as proof it is a nationwide problem.
This is something a lot of administrators at colleges and high schools even across the country are scratching their heads and asking, what's going on? What's changing?
I believe it's just objectionable and wrong on our campus.
CC President Dick Celeste learned about the incidents through the student newspaper and sent a campus-wide email expressing his own concern. He says some students are simply ignorant. Others may be influenced by the culture.
Being crude and being offensive can almost be something that gets rewarded in talk radio or in popular culture or whatever. That doesn't make it right.
Everybody has a right to their beliefs, but everybody also has a right to feel safe and to feel secure in the place where they live.
Celeste says the administration is taking action. One example, a series of diversity discussions, including a dialogue on free speech versus hate speech, set to begin in February. Joe, back to you.
More tolerance on the Colorado College campus and beyond. This sit-in protest is to get people thinking about what they say or do can hurt others. Culminative acts of insensitivity on CC's campus, which is the reason for this sit-in.
Everybody has a right to their own beliefs, but this is a community of learning, so we have a right and a responsibility to come together in a mutually respectful way and to express those views in a way where we can talk with each other.
About 500 students and faculty signed up for an hour or more. It will run until noon tomorrow.